Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Croatia, this long-running Europa Universalis 4 series here on the Lord Master channel, in which, well, and I know it's pretty late in the timeline, which again, the end date is 1821, and what are we doing for the next few years for this portion of the series? But I tell you what, because this episode is going to be mainly about this conflict that we're about to get into, which involves forming yet another trade company. You heard it right. Yes, another Croatian trade company. But where, to be exact? Well, it's going to be at the Gulf of Aden area. This trade node. Which we do have a merchant present there because I have so many merchants that I don't even know where to send them to go collect trade. Because we are still trying to get to a sustainable income, and then we will become the economic hegemon for the Republic of Croatia, the Great Princedom of Croatia. Now, keep in mind, we're a parliamentary republic with imperialist intentions. Which sounds slightly contradictory, one would think. Like, say, if, you know, the United States of America, which has a few overseas territories out there. And how do they get it? Well, I tell you, they probably, to a degree, did not fight imperialism wars, like in the war you see here, but it's a federal republic compared to a parliamentary republic like Croatia, which was formerly a kingdom early on, then became parliamentary republic for the rest of the series, and I guess here in Salvador it was worth it, because knowing where we get most of our income from, we just keep going with these kinds of issues. So I guess it worked out. Yeah, it worked out. But now, well, we will have to declare war against Mogadishu, to be exact, which will be fighting against Yemen and Kilwa. Although there are two centers of trade that I have not taken from Kilwa, and I want that now. And that also means we would have to defend the territories that we hold. And as for Mogadishu, we will be taking two trade centers of trade. There's another one, but that is in that's a part of Yemen. There is another further inland, but I don't know if I really want that, because of the, you know, further inland you go, and plus, and in itself, local traders strengthened there recently, so more trade power would be good. Not to mention another coastal center trade, and one more coastal center trade in Zabid. But there is a possibility that I may have to take, you know, territories further inland, because look, coffee. This one's got a plantation, and this is its capital. I don't know if we really want to take their capital, because that's what caused that trade value to go up. Because the value trade goods are good to produce. That's because of base production as compared to the ones coastal, which I would dare say they probably neglected it. But any kind of local goods produced, in addition to base production, always helps. Not to mention prosperity and a few other modifiers that it has. But for inland, this also has coffee over there. So we'll be doing some thinking as we would be fighting this war. And speaking of war, there is the third Genoese conquest of Novara. They're just fighting a relatively easy conflict, which I won't get involved heavily on that. as we will be putting our focus on here. And also, we have sent ships to go meet up to Crete. And there is one more ship that's being created, this heavy ship here. So we will be passing a bit of time, and then they'll go at it. And they need to get together. Be 25 ships. Wait for it. So there you have it. A month has passed, everybody's fully reinforced and ready for war. They have 76,000 soldiers in Kilwa. Mogadishu has 41,000. Yemen has 31,000. And I believe it'll be the skills of our generals that will make the difference. So we'll be switching places. Appoint the best generals you have. Especially this one to the Cossack army. Anyone who hasn't been assigned will then be sent to them. That's what these guys are for. But I do recall there's another one who was a very talented general. Josip Sremski's already in the army. Because I'm just looking for someone good. Don't we already have Pavel over there? No, that's Christo. Put him there. You will be in this one. Just leaving you with this general to safeguard Croatia's borders, but they may possibly be sent to the front line over there as well. Again, I need all the talented men I can get. And we will get it. They do have plenty of manpower reserves, but they may use that to create more armies, larger ones. But for them, not so much unless we kill them off. But knowing them, but here's one thing for certain. Safest place for you to go over there. Fleets will be deployed in action, so you can all stick together. Especially with them out there. Good. Those three nations are experts of navy and trade. They're trade-intensive nations. And now we kind of want to knock them out of the competition, so we will make more fortune in Croatia. That's the correct total income, 980. So in order to ensure to get a sustainable income, we have to take those centers of trade and form a trade company, improve it, and then we'll be rich. And that will be the last war that relates to this sort of thing. And I do know over time that one of these days we gotta stop those aggressors at some point. Either that or not. But again, I'm not trying to seek a world war, but it may happen one day if we're caught off guard. So this will be an imperialism war. The objective is to take Mogadishu. The Mamluks would be willing to join, but they trust us fully. But that would be only if our war doesn't go our way. Like say that we're getting our tails kicked and bring in the Mamluks, and then they will finish the job very quickly. Ain't nobody else coming with us. So, we should be alright. And whatever forces that's going to come from New Croatia and Croatian Canada, any help would be appreciated. I mean, you're all not doing anything, are you? No. Well, in that case, should be supportive. I mean, oh no, they might come to Europe instead of Africa. Let's go. At any time, you can call the Mamluks in. The capital is not far from here. So, let's start. 60,000 strong will be moving in, and they will deal with those forces. They're not defensive intensive, thank goodness, but they are on the offense. Their capital is over there. At least it's not in Madagascar. And those colonial troops will stay back there. As one is almost fully settled, then maybe I can make use of them to go take this little area in case they bring in more troops. And then once they assemble, then these ships will have to break through the fleets out there and then meet up with the others. Got it? Good. Who's coming? This is Zanzibar Strait. They stopped. Leave that alone. Okay. See to if you can catch them. Ruthless blockader. Well, we don't have much of admirals, but we'll do what we can. At least their morale is low, so they'll be caught off guard. Captured 3 ships. 3 light ships. See what I mean? Lower morale. That means more of a chance they either get sunk or get captured. And that's what happened here. Good work. More ships about. Oh, you're slow. In fact, those are the 3 admirals. And it seems they were in the middle of drilling, so they were caught off guard too, that upon declaration of war. Just in case, return back to port. Because they're going to be coming after you. Captured 2 more light ships and sunk the rest. So far, so good. All we have to do is just to make sure they don't get together. Alright, move up. You're the siege man. We'll have you covered. taking a capital would just be a good start. But there are many more forts to bring down. And then we'll have to eventually take a strait crossing, which their navy has to be defeated in order to get to overland. And this is their capital fort, but taking the capital of Yemen itself is doubtful. I'm not there to take entire countries. Just only coastal centers of trade and of areas that would be of great value to us. One ship got sunk. Now we're on our way to avenge him. Move in. Here's the 25,000 strong Kilwan army in Madagascar. Taking this one area there, which is just practically whatever to me, knowing we will come back and get them back at them. Captured two more light ships, sunk the rest. Right, let's go make a sweep around. And then back here. Trying to buy them more time. Giving you 1 month. Giving you 1 month. If I by the time to get there, you get down and meet with them. Alright. There's a fort here. That is a star fort. Capture the transport. What is their nationality called again? Mogadishians. Mogadishian ships up there. Yemen's about to join, and so are we. There's probably more to come. Unfortunately, it's going to be a coast, so the galleys that we're bringing will be fighting quite better. Cover them, and then we're going to start sweeping down there. We sunk a lot of transports. That was their main transport fleet, and we just captured one. Again, we're going to continue to make a sweep and then back down and then return to the coast for repairs. Hey, stop them. It's just one ship and then you will get back to Zanzibar. Got it? They took Antomoro. get to Pate. And then you will join the other fleets for further operations. Until that naval threat is over from these two nations. So that way this fleet here can go back to, you know, because trade power is barely there. The Janagari force hasn't gone up to Akonulu yet. While the Mamluks are based on seeing the 1,000-strong regiments, that means they are recruiting more and more. Seems they're preparing for a war, possibly against Fars. Or even Yemen to take advantage of the situation, but again, so far so good. We haven't had any land combat as of yet. And this is their mainland army. Third army is the army of, in fact, that is the maximum number of regiments we see. Mainland, Madagascar. That is a heavy ship. There, we sunk him. Meanwhile, 37 days. Go get him. So to occupy the outlying country areas, then stick together. You'll go down to this, take this fort, take that other fort, and then another on this one. And they'll be crossing the straits. I mean, they're friendly with us. They've actually improved relations. I don't remember improving relations with them at all. Unless it was for trade company reasons. Because memory just escapes me. Woohoo! Massive losses. Well, we lost one light ship, assumingly one of our captured ones that were weakened. Ah, that was the main Mogadishan fleet. Very much reduced now. It seems they give Yemen access. So it's going to be a long way before they even go to Croatian borders or even go through there to there and to there. Oh, you idiots. You idiots. I'm not talking about the Mamluks, talking about Yemen sending their army away to a faraway area and leaving them defenseless for us to capture their homeland, to take what we want. I have the administrative power to do so, to core new territories that we'll take eventually. Again, 2 coastal centers trade that we'll need. Again, this is going to be the job of the transport fleet to transport some of these guys to Madagascar when we're done with the mainland portion. Crush them. This is your chance to destroy their army. Move up. We'll be behind you. Yeah, everybody's out there. And we're just passing by. Because we're at a meeting point. And then there's the light ship fleet from Croatian Canada coming through. Genoa. Croatia and Canada. Transport fleet will probably send troops in there, but we don't know. That is the light ship and transport fleet from New Croatia. So that could be it. We may get some troop support. Told you we could handle it on our own. Stay where you are. Himself. That didn't last long, and we took minimum acceptable casualties. Hang on. There. As you were, back to your positions. Blockading them now. Oh, you think about it, we'll maul you. They're likely gonna pick up their troops. Both of you over here. If they do tend to go and... Okay, you know what? We're gonna hunt them down. Let them go. I think we found our next target. Break off the blockade and then we're gonna have to scare them. And if they're not gonna go away, then we'll sink them. And meanwhile, head to over there to begin a blockade over there, as troops will be slowly moving down towards their capital. Actually, not for long. Take it 2 further back and then back down the coast. Their movement is locked. Naval battle will begin. Yep, they've stopped. You started this, Canada. We don't have time for this. Breach it. I got rid of some, not all. Half of which captured to us. None of them went to Croatia and Canada, though. So that will be enough ships to prevent them from leaving Madagascar to go join the rest in the mainland. So head for the capital. Alright, off and on. Colony is self-sustaining. This one, alright. Now I'm gonna have to pull you back. go capture that little area. Future reference. Unless... Which area you prefer? Or go up north. Guess further down this way it is. And that way you will have a shortcut to that part of Africa. Just goes to show. But I need to pull back a bit. Move on. Thought you're bringing troops, but blockade? Well, I guess that's good enough. You can blockade this area. I'll be heading back up there to deal with that one. You good, join. Pull back. God blast it. I know what they're up to. They're gonna kill our guys. We will catch them. It's gonna be river crossing, it's gonna be in hills. Advantage them. But it'll be up to our talented generals. You can claim hegemony now, thanks to your occupation and spoils awarded to blockades and the looting and all that. Definitely mauling them. They just do not have the discipline like we do. That got him. I think they're gonna try to retreat this way. None of the ships were defeated. Hang on. They're gonna rethink that strategy. Stop. Follow them. I know where they're going. Defeated them again out there. Give them a false sense of security. Don't move directly straight at it. It's Mogadishu, Yemeni army. Open lock. Now we can engage. Eastern Mindanao will be finished. You know what that means, right? One more ship, then we could transport at least two. Because we know the situation up there. Or what that's like now. So, time for you to pull back. Come on down. You're gonna be headed to another front. But where to land to be exact is anyone's guess. It's just to join the others. Much like how these will join the others soon. Took their capital. What did I tell you? Got them all. Oh, for the love of God, please slow down. Recover your morale. Walking through uncolonized land and you'll be dealing with natives. Just slow you down a bit. Like a hiccup. Quicker than a hiccup, one would think. We'll catch them. No, we're going after the free company. Yes? No? Maybe? What is it? Tanga. That'll get him. Got him. Boy, it's kind of hard to cover all fronts. Stop. Do not move. Get back to your area. You're gonna need to take this fort and then take another fort and a couple of more areas throughout Madagascar. And you'll get what you want. Ready? Because we're about to have more support that'll be on their way. That means, guess what? Take over the blockade. Do a sweep. All the way to the Red Sea and back, and then you'll be back at Pate for repairs. Some of you have seen combat. Seriously, where the hell are these guys going? Peace offer from Mogadishu. This early? No. It's not even the end of the war for me yet. No. Because it's gonna take, because there are more coastal centers of trade to take. We will get what we want, and it'll be for the company. Two companies, in fact. East Africa and whatever that one's going to be called. Yeah. That's why we've not made too much advances lately. Because we need more support, and we're gonna get support. Alright, finally we are gonna get rid of them. Now it's just cannons that's shooting at us at one point, because that's all there is. That's why we're taking casualties. Now it's all cannons at this point. There is no more infantry or cavalry regiments in the First Army. We'll finally get rid of them all. Finish them off. Hey! Yeah. It's curtains for them. They will join up with them, so we can have a much more expansion to it. There's the transport fleet. Safe escort. Textbook planning. Okay. You're the siege man. Go get it. We can't occupy the rest unless that fort goes down. And those two then will begin to move up, as we will finally be supported by those two armies. So we could definitely cover these areas until Mogadishu is fully occupied. That includes those areas too. That may or may not be of value to us. So it seems that we don't need Mamluks. We can handle it on our own. And of course that transport fleet will eventually be used to transport these two to Madagascar. But you don't have enough transport ships to move them across, as we defeated their mainland army. You're gonna go cross through unfriendly territory. So that way we will expand upon it. While the siege of that Star Fort will begin soon. Alright, they have landed. Welcome home. Yemeni ships, that's a big one. At least it's not the transport fleet, otherwise we would have problems. Just station yourself in Bosnia and Herzegovina, just be right in the center. Again. They're coming down to support him. tell you, natives have to go through unfriendly territory in order to get to the enemy territory. Great. Right on time. We sunk a bunch of them. No captured ones. Move on. Unless you may want to pull some of them back for repairs. Because some of them deserve a break. $15, $30. Including this one fleet that went out to the Atlantic. I think I'll manage. I'll get to that. This Genoese conflict is over. Lombardy will be pillaged instead of taken. Well, we didn't help you. Oh, you bastards. That is my fleet that's supposed to be good for the Guinea trade. That's what they were doing. What's going on over there? You're the boss. Move out. It's just an old castle. But we can't move unless we get to that one, because there's another old castle there. These two need to be taken down. Now you're in safe port. No! 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 God! Dog it! Stay where you are! And where did you get that transport? Have you always had that? Hey, Villa. Oh, French transport. That was from a much older conflict. Ruining my enterprise. They'll pay for that. And speaking of pay, look at all this money that I did not pay attention to. I have some unfinished business regarding, you know, upgrading certain buildings. I think I already did that. Just only did it for the sake of it. Because I can claim hegemony now. But again, that's mostly due to spoils of war than anything else. But until after this war is finished, and then we can definitely claim hegemony. Mercantilism. It's about that time. Increase that bit of percentage and you have more trade power. A little bit more trade power in these areas as a reminder that provincial trade power modifier gives you. Especially for areas like Gujarat trade node. I think I have a job for you. Just cover the backs of it. Make sure nobody gets in around. You play goalkeepers. The morale's not full, but you get them. Captured. Yes, sir. Well done. Go help them. Trading in incense happens to us. Well, that's because we're occupying more territories that has incense. Especially some areas that has coastal centers of trade contains incense itself, so that makes it even better. Remember, that's for tolerance of true faith thing. Which means Catholics like us a lot more than it actually needs to be. Hey! Stop them! Getting away. Told you we'd get him. Walls breached. And whatever messages they send you, don't answer it. Both fleets defeated by Yemen. That admiral's a crafty bastard. Where's that option? Oh god, I forgot what it's called. I mean, other than... There it is, carpet sieging. Do a little bit of that while they'll try to besiege. Oh. Revolutionary Portugal in Portuguese Californian War for Independence. That explains why there's a large British fleet there. Portugal's at war with California. It wants independence, so does Rio da Plata. And Great Britain or colonies joins in. Also, Portuguese Mexico and Portuguese Peru similarly want independence. And the British are there to support such an independence. They have given conditional military access to us. Yes, we will definitely cross the straits. What the hell is Revolutionary Venice doing all the way down here? Only sending this bit over here. This is for passage. These fleets out here will be the ones to go blockade. Wait, which one of you admirals has the highest maneuverability? Your eye. Yeah, you're going after that Yemeni fleet, Avenge. Because that one is gonna turn loose and attack all of our other fleets out there. They're behaving like pirates. There they are. It's time for vengeance. These ships of Croatia will soon join. Joseph Krinsky, born in the saddle. Yemeni flagship sunk. That'll show 'em. Yeah, we lost the ship, but we took them all out, including our flagship. Good riddance. We avenged them. That's a kill off for repairs. Oh, damn it! Cover them. Swing around. Yes, they're very much reduced, so it's safe to go out now. Under that. Finally. Just make a sweep for a while before we will send transports out of there. They accepted peace with former Sulu. Palawan will be pillaged by revolutionary Spain. Malacca will cede some of its territories to Spain again. Bastards, bastards, bastards. That's all I gotta say about the Spanish. Taking more land for themselves. Yeah, down there. It's Spanish Indonesia. Trying to outcompete us in trade. Knowing that the state of the war is now, it just looks, one would think, is front line is stabilized. I'll head to there to go punish the rest. New production methods have led to the rise of promising textile industry in our country. However, this growth has left many old artisan families behind. Many are now poor enough to seek much less profitable job in the growing industry. Let us do what we can to support these people. Yeah, we're using up quite a bit of sailors during this conflict. Return to Tunis, and we will rebuild that fleet, and then donate some of the transports to other fleets when we're done with all this. Come on, move up. Block the strait. As we already did with our fleet, but we just want to make damn sure. Mogadishan revolutionaries. Hey! Cancel that order. Might as well. Would you look at that? I think you're good and ready. Go pick them out. Has some heavy ships, some light, and plenty of transport staff. Right here. Got him. Sinking him. See you in a year. You didn't get them all. More transports captured for us. As stated before, once that war's over, we really gotta donate those captured transports to the transport fleets properly. Yep, going to port. Kill him. Let's get back to where you are. Nobody's going anywhere. Head to that. Let him deal with the rest. Almost all of them is occupied before we ship you on over. Traveling minstrel. A renowned minstrel has recently crossed our nation's borders. His intention is to roam our country while bringing joy to all who hear him. Some say it's only my ears are fit to hear such wonderful music. Allow him to go where his heart wishes. We'll definitely be using up that administrative power once the war's over. When we start making separate pieces with other countries. Huh. I mean, it would be... Let's see. Maybe we should begin negotiations with Kilwa now and just court a few provinces ahead of time. I mean, you simply want those two and that's that. Which again, we want this and this. Oh, not occupied. Hang on, separate piece. Thank you. This and this and that's that. That's all I wanted. But they say no to that because they haven't been occupied. Well, this one fort there, overlooking both of them. Of course. Talk later. Ready to come across? Just waiting for them to group up. It's just we only have to take 3 forts and then that's all for Yemen. Take coastal centers of trade and some coffee. Those 2 areas, and then that's that. Provinces. Keep saying areas. There's a difference between area and a province. Who's the siege guy? Of course it's one of you. It's Joseph Srinsky, of course. He's our siege man. Now wait 1 month. And then he'll go up to the mountains. And it will cover his back. It's for morale reasons. Go. Oh, Portugal's got internal conflicts. Right in the middle they were in a... trying to end this war. So that means yes. Somewhere in Portugal there's issues. Ah, here it is. Noble rebels. Rebels, rebels. What the f are they doing? That's another question. We'll cover you. Crossing the straits now. Go get him. Fair laws embrace power. A commitment to true justice, blind to nation, religion, or tradition, has proven popular with most portions of our population. Grievances against our group have been greatly reduced. The law governs great and small, so national unrest reduced and yearly corruption. That's good timing, knowing what we're going to do soon. Talking about taking provinces. No need for that. If it was a fortress, I'd be willing to breach. Sunni zealots for there. And, Sakhavan separatists. Gotcha. Until this fortress falls, Slavkovalovich died in exile while leading his troops during an exercise. Let's say, was he one of our frontline generals that I may or may not recall? No, a little recollection, but it's nice for you to be here in Europe. The war score is 91% right now, but we need to get to Madagascar. And we shall be there soon. Get to there. Fortunately, we can't go in. As the burghers grow in power, their calls for fewer trade regulations and taxes have become more and more frequent. Many feel our country has an old-fashioned and repressive trade policy that we benefit from reducing the amount of taxes and tolls that hinder commerce. Yeah, they should lose their influence. They're asking too much. I will not reduce that mercantilism, because their influence would be too high that there might be a plutocratic coup in the future if we're not careful. We refuse to change that trade policy. Tell them to be quiet. Basically. Mercantilism is the lifeblood of Croatia's empire. Croatia's empire. Ready? Scatter. They'll soon establish a foothold in this area. Until this fort falls, then we can set everybody loose to bring the rest up. Walls breached. Made it to safety. This is a bastion. Japan will no longer transfer trade power to Croatia because the treaty has expired. So that's definitely going to hinder our total income. But no, we'll be made up for it. Hey, you know what you should do with that diplomatic power? Since you're not there yet? Speaking of gold standard. The gold provinces. Let's do that. Increase the gold income. Okay, that's a little much. Oh, really? Didn't know that. Well, in that case, something to do. Yeah, I just needed to spend a diplomatic power on something. Because if you want to get that income, then better increase the gold income. Unless it gets depleted. Which it happened to kill at one time before it's back into production. Should go hunt down their army. We'll be with you soon. Oh, I know what they're up to. Actually, in this case, head to Ragusa. Since apparently they're committing to sending their troops this way. Wait for us, damn it. Don't you know the risk you were taking fighting in the jungle? See what I mean? Coming in to save you. Let's take this other coastal center trade, and then we have to take that one last fort. Defenders desert. God dang it, fall already. Can't wait any longer. We basically just set them loose. Back up to normal. Those grand shipyards will build them faster. Defeat the separatists and take the fort. And you'll win the war for this one. Their capital's fallen. Two more castles and then that's it for them. Hardy warrior. Just preach it already. How long has this war started? When did it start? 3 years. Feels like it's 3 years too long, to be quite honest with you. Everybody's calling me. But not until this one falls first, and then Kill will be out of the war. Don't want to take all of Madagascar, just only the coastal centers of trade. It's for the Zanzibar company. Save the rest for the new company. Sana spawn. Move on. Transports can land. And yes, they are occupying territories of ours. And they'll make short work of it. But that doesn't worry me, knowing that their war is over. They just don't know it. Yeah. We never really upgraded those defenses. But I'll be sure to upgrade them in future. Let's begin negotiations. We only wanted those two and those two only. And in addition... What is that like? Development you got. Some of that's got to return to Zagreb. Knowing we can get away with anything these days. And war reparations. It's too bad we can't tell them to steer trade. Or you transferred some of its trade to us. To tell them that. Ah, you might as well give me the money. And that's how much they're gonna give me. That's pretty big. As just only the center's trade, and that's that. We're not here for takeover of an entire nation. That's not who we are. It's curtains for them. Quiet. Just for starters. And this will take... how long? 3 years, of course. Just wait for these to be occupied and then that's it for Yemen. Abolition of slavery. As slavery has been abolished in Croatia, all subjects, even in remote regions, need to find another way to earn their living. Hopefully our traders can figure out another thing that is profitable. Yeah, these two were slave provinces, so let my people go. Ivory and fish. This got fish, and this has ivory. Good. Develop that a little more, and then we'll get to work right on it. After the war, of course. And fish here will build a soldiers' households for more manpower. No debating sub-war at the moment. We're gonna have another trade company soon, so once again, and this is probably gonna be the last time for this series, reduce trade regulations once again. After the war, okay? Well, actually, if it says bribe, do put it. Because, you know, it involves money. The war is winding down now, so we'll past that issue in the next episode. Hey, go deal with them. Didn't see them, to be honest. Go help them. Just mopping up operations. Had at the Mogadishu itself. Turn to Zanzibar. Drop you off in Mombasa just to rest up a bit. Check the new coin. It's July. It's better fall. Already on the scene. Oh my god. 92%. No reason to waste on that now. Okay, so it'll end next month. For real this time. Before they get to Tunis. Extreme monsoon in East Bengal. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to make company investments in building buildings and all that and more. Najran, finally. Let's begin. For Yemen. We only wanted these two. That's for the coastal centers of trade, right? One's got incense, another's got coffee. Oh, and you also have that too. And that's fine. All this has incense. Incense, incense, incense. Wish I would have more coffee. Maybe we should have another territory right at the Horn. But that depends on development. Not as developed, for all things considered. But I would opt to take the more developed ones. Not because of coastal center trade. I mean, they all have incense. Just whatever gives it the more trade value there. I actually should look for trade value. Which one of these has a trade station? This does, this doesn't, this does. Okay, which one of these? That is not that one that has higher development. 3, 10, 10, 6, 14 in slavery. Oh, that will be removed. But you can't take that. Oh, okay. So it's gonna have to be this one. It's because of base production, that's why. So, this one then. No reparations, but it's gonna cause quite a bit of overextension. And that's that. Thank you for your business. And it means we're gonna have to transport you guys out of there too, except leave one army in case there's separatist uprising somewhere. So 3 coastal centers trade from Yemen, and 1 area because of trade value reasons, so we can make more money. It's all about the money, gentlemen. So that's it for Yemen. Get ready to send transports, go pick them up and send them back to Europe. You remain, in case there's separatism, which they'll be everywhere, of course. Wait, 1 day? Okay. Now with these armies out on the loose... Oh, it matters not now. As planned. We're only here for these two. We could take a little more. Okay. Just looking at development. We could go inland to get a much more valuable area, and that also has a center of trade, an inland center of trade. Which, hey, more coffee. And it's apparently well developed. And they also have copper over there, and it has a weapons manufacturer, but not as developed as far as I'm concerned, yeah. Okay, so now I know what I want. These two exactly. Go inland. And also this one inland. Even though this would also be part of that different trade node. Ethiopia, which I have no desire to go fight for those, because not much worth of anything. Heck, that trade value of that is not worth anything right now because of, you know, wartime circumstance. That just occurred. Well, we can take a little more, but I believe you already have done that, because look at the overextension you have right now. You're going to double that, so I believe you need to stop that expansion right now. Because they don't have as much as you would desire. No. Mogadishu doesn't have much of a territories that would be, you know, desirable. As far as trade value is concerned. I mean, you already got what you want, so. You're gonna get your coffee, your incense. But do we need to take another province that will free the slaves and be replaced with some entirely different trade good? I mean, it could be livestock, it could be incense, could be... I don't know about coffee in this part of the world. It's rather tempting. Because it's slightly developed than the others. Because look at all this. It's just not good. Except for this one, because it's coastal. And is this part of the same area? Yes, it's part of the same area. Okay, we'll take the whole area then. So one more province. And then that's it. No more than that. Reparations, and you gotta transfer that trade power to us, because you know you're a trade intensive nation. And we want some of that to that. Just making sure. No nations to be released. But you know, Ethiopia, they've been through a lot, you know. Oh, we can't give some of the provinces back to them because war's going to be... Okay, then take the money. So we reduce that, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Just applauding. So there you go. And settles it then. That's a pretty big coalition against me. Whoa, Mamluks. Whoa, wait a minute. We need to negotiate here. Mamluks. Okay, you know what? Take that off. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, forget about the whole area thing then. Just take the money. So, look, the Mamluks could possibly join a coalition, but, yeah, aggressive expansion. Yes, I am gonna apologize to you for that. Huh. Allow me to send some money to you. Even though it's gonna take a lot more than that. Because you know they're a rich nation. Huh. Calm down there. Didn't realize that, it's like, yes, we've been gaining territory, but you have a claim against us, but my goodness, don't get at me, okay? Because, you know, we're longtime friends. You were a most reliant ally. You and I are going to have a stern talking to when we start improving relations with you again. But remember, he is a silver-tongued devil here. So we'll improve relations faster. And you can't influence a nation, so we'll just say, okay, because of what I'm about to do here, this might break an alliance, so you can forget about this thing, so might join a coalition. Okay, reduce that one. Just reiterate one more time. No, this will not break the alliance. With that, okay, because we just started improving relations with the Mamluks and will remain so. Oh, am I willing to gamble on that? Because, I mean, Fars, yeah, I could see them joining an anti-Croatian coalition against the Mamluks. I'd be, oh boy, huh. I mean, that would mean if there was an anti-Croatian coalition war against me, you know, that means you're gonna have to deal with Karaman, Akunulu, Commonwealth, Tuscany, Genoa, and on the other side, Pasai. You sure you want to deal with that? As I said, we're going to have a stern talking to. That's why we're going to be improving relations with you very quickly. May have to enact a policy as well that involves improving relations. That one. But you can't get rid of that policy until, you know, you get rid of, you know, some of the other ones. But that one I cannot afford to lose. But your gaining is fine, so go ahead. Go ahead with that. Multilingual diplomats. Ensure that our diplomats are educated in the tongues of foreign courts in order to facilitate understanding between us and other cultures. And you can add one more time because we had that moral principle as part of the Republic. And maybe we'll go over this one. Diplomatic reputation means they'll look at you more highly. Wait. This is what this is for. Forget about the mercantilism. You should have good enough income to get the hegemony. Hopefully by then. So send the people to get. Which again, improve relations, diplomatic reputation, it could help. I trust my ability. I trust it. And that's how it's gonna go. We're just gonna have quite a bit over an extension, and we had to enact policies. And that, ladies and gentlemen, as a great man once said, and that's the way it is. Hope I know what I'm doing. Yeah, Croatian Canada, I could see that. But you just wait till a few years, because in those few years, which will be 1812 will be that year. And that dangerously overextension, that means, well, we're gonna have to watch out for everybody from around the world, including those in Africa. Even separatism within that. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with that. And we have fair laws, so it reduces some national unrest, but not all. Unless you want to look for an advisor. Had an advisor. I could have sworn I thought we had an advisor available that could reduce national unrest. Well, we're going to be dealing with that in the next few years. So now all the provinces that we take will be assigned to this trade company. And that, my friends, as we will be closing this episode, this is the Croatian Gulf of Aden company. We'll make improvements to that. So, we're just going to close the episode on that note. Just to say, yes, we've won the war, but now the next few years is going to be another question. Can we win the peace? Because there's going to be some real tensions here. But it appears it's going to be in mostly African and apparently Southern European areas. Especially in areas that are vulnerable to revolution. But there is no revolutionary. They're all separatism. Because all of a sudden these minorities have a desire for, you know, none of that. So a new company is formed. Everybody will set sail in peace. And we will have new merchants. We said that. So as we can see, Croatian Yemen, Croatian Assab, Croatian Ifat, and whatever that part of Croatian is. Maybe Croatian Horn of Africa. That's what it'll probably be called. And of course, Croatian Betsimasaraka. And of course, we'll be spending the money to improve Senator's trade. All that and more coming up in the next episode of Croatia. This series is not over yet. Just a few more episodes. We're going to drag a few more in. Because now, well, we're going to be dealing with some problems here. And of course, we will finally create newer armies to address this matter of military buildup. Since we have all this land force limit that hasn't been fully utilized yet. Should we get involved in any kind of conflict, especially a coalition war. Which again, I apologize to the Mamluks for the aggressive expansion I've been making. It's for the company. And we're going to improve relations with you. We swear to you. We will remain friends, like it or not. Until the next episode, until then, so long for now.